We back.
Oh, okay, y'all. So we apologize. We were having some technical difficulties in here. It's really just because Taramis, he just brings so much energy.
I
It
told
just
you.
it knocks everything off.
I disrupt the frequency. I told you my new nickname. Call me Neo.
More like Mr. Anderson.
I do.
Y'all already know with my bald head who I am. You want the red pill or you want the blue pill?
Oh no! Look. But think about it. Wasn't Mr. Anderson and Neo basically the same person?
They were.
They just one was the dark half of them, and one was the light half of them. I could be both.
But Mr. Anderson knew what he wanted. Neo was just trying to figure it out.
Well, in that case, but think about it. Most people want both. They know what they want, but they still trying to figure out how to get it. And they still trying to figure out who they are in their story.
That was Neo. I mean, Mr. Anderson, he was making copies of
But think about it.
Like,
but he didn't do that until the second or third one.
But
he didn't know he could do that until after Neo done went in him and blew him up.
I mean, sometimes, life throws some hard challenges at you that make you find your
Neo
potential.
on top. I think Neo unleashed his full potential because we all are like Neo.
I mean, eventually, you don't know your full potential until you put in a place to actually reach it.
Or you die. Because think about it, both of them had to die to get their full potential.
Rebirth.
I know. So
and that's exactly what filmmaking is, Like you.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know you could make a film until you actually did it.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because I learned a lot from my first production. My first production taught me a lot. Dealing with the casting, the
location,
production, all that is really was a really hands-on thing. And I learned from that and moved into the second one way more prepared than I was for the first one.
So,
oh no, you good? Because I didn't know what I didn't know, so now I knew it. So I'm like, yeah.
So before we get too deep into the discussion about the making of the film, for the ones who aren't familiar with Hidden Intentions, do you want to give like a brief synopsis about what the film is about?
My true life story. I took a lot of my traumas and bad things I've been through and put them all together and say, what would happen if this all happened at the same time? So basically, this is 3 relationships I was in. And I said, what happened if all these happened at the same time? Because Jordan's based off a real person. Brianna's based off a real person. Brittany's based off a real person. It ain't their real name of the character, but every time, even when I be on set with these people, I just automatically feel like that's the person because they embody them characters so well. And I have to go to therapy right after we get done shooting because I be going back to some places where I was like, didn't I learn my lesson? Why am I back here in this spot? I was like, yeah, these women drive you crazy, but same time too, you may be the thing driving them crazy. So to each his own. Yeah,
that's growth.
Yeah, I grow a little bit. Thank you to therapy, Miss Bunny. You're the GOAT.
So, again, so you had this idea. You was like, all right, I want to kind of just make this movie about stuff which a lot of people, when you don't know what to write about, I always just pull from personal experiences. Yeah. So that's what you did. And so you took it, you made a script, you put it together.
Yeah.
And then what was your moves after that?
All right. So funny thing about it. You want me to go through my whole process?
Whatever you want to share.
All right. So I actually started writing after, I've been writing for a minute. I actually started writing parts of this back when I was in college, early on, learning the storyboard, different stuff here and there. Then I had my trials and errors where I had to sit down for a minute and really learn myself again. So by doing that, I started writing. And the funny thing about it, I had this written out. This is before I met any of y'all. Before I met Rico, before I met Yabui. I seen Yabui before because I used to throw parties. I used to throw parties. My group was named
those music videos.
Yeah, my party group was named 484, and at one point we was I don't care what nobody say. They couldn't touch us. We was,
Oh yeah, there's so many. Oh
Hey.
my, all those college kids.
Yeah, we had college, military, like we was packing out events. So I literally had a lot of moments that I really pulled from for real in real life. But after I had my trial and errors and everything else too, I started writing. I got this 45 pages in. Then I actually showed this to one of my mentors, Enrico, and he's like, "Bro, you got something? Finish it." Shout out to Enrico. He said, "You got something? Finish it." He gave me a deadline. I came in 2 days later, finished. I was like, "Hey." Then I started trying to get everything situated. Then ran to another roadblock with the casting and everything too, because there was some questions about other stuff that I had to clear up for them with the casting agency I was using. Then worked that out. Then you were supposed to come in and direct it. Then I'm gonna be truthful now. I originally told everybody the first film got canceled because the camera guy got COVID. In reality, he ghosted me. He ghosted me and everything too. So, but everything happened for a reason. Then come the time a year later, because I gave up. I had already wrote 2. I had 2 almost 3/4 of the way done as well.
Yeah, because I remember when we were talking,
I already had
you were in the process of like finalizing
2. Yeah. So I was already on 2. I was already prepared 2 films deep. And then I got with Yabui. I got with Enrico. I said, you know what, let's make it happen. A year later. And I think it was literally a year later. And then the chaos that we went through on set. People don't understand, it really is a beautiful chaos, because while you're on set, it be so much different things. Anything that could go wrong would go wrong.
But before you even got to set, bro, the fact that you were persistent,
Yeah.
you just kept going and going. Some people would just quit. You kept writing and writing.
I was this close.
Developing your characters, but you kept doing it. I love that, man. That's shout out to you, bro.
Thank you.
Just staying persistent. It is a tough life to be an independent filmmaker, just to even get off the ground.
Yeah.
And then you're on number 2 right now. Or
Yeah.
you finished number 2.
Finished number 2.
And then you about to do
number
more.
3. Yeah, number 3 shooting. I'm shooting my third film on the 15th of January. So
that's right around the corner.
Right around the corner. So I'm in the middle of dealing with some family stuff, also dealing with coaching stuff, because I coach basketball at I'm a strength and conditioning coach at my high school that I used to go to, my alma mater, West Florida High School of Advanced Technology, and doing rehearsals and dealing with kids that are in track and different. Yeah. So honestly, it's a lot. Like, yeah.
And life's always life, and there's
true.
never not a reason not to do your
Yeah.
passion. Life's always gonna life. I mean,
Yeah.
of all the people
I
in
should've
this
been-
room here, your life is super lifing. So
Oh, trust me, look, super lifing is an understatement. Because literally, when I think back to everything I've been through, I shouldn't be where I'm at. Like, I should not be here. A lot of people know about what I went through. I don't like to repeat it because, give that energy and everything goes too. But like,
Don't look bad.
due to my circumstances, like, I'm a kid from Cantonment, Florida. I ain't from people. I live. Everybody say Pensacola because it's the biggest part. I'm a country boy from Cantonment, based in Molino,
and a veteran.
and a veteran. I deal with mental health problems every day, especially with what I went through. That's another reason why I shouldn't even be here. But writing actually gave me an outlet to release a lot of those thoughts and actually being able to process it better. Like you said, I took a lot of my real life moments and say, what would happen if this would happen? And it gave me a chance to go back and replay those moments and say, what if I would have did this different? What if I would have listened to my intuition about this person? What if I didn't put myself in this situation where I knew I shouldn't have been around this person because I already seen the red flags? But, it's a life lesson that I had to go back and relearn. And hopefully whoever watched this, they can learn it faster, so they don't have to go through the same stuff. Because how number 2 ends is something. It's 2 situations that really happened to me. I just combined them together. Yeah.
One thing you just said though, which I want to just like go back to, basically you just talked about how writing and making the film is therapeutic for you,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And like, I think as filmmakers, we sometimes don't talk about this. Like you see stuff in interviews where, all right, more important, like more known at this current time, Sinners, right?
Yeah.
Sinners is back on their little post-release tour, I guess you could say.
Man,
and Ryan,
it was dope.
it is, and Ryan Coogler doing all these interviews and stuff I've been watching, and he talks about like how he pulled from a lot of his like family experiences and history, and just the music that was brought up with it, and all this kind of happened post his losing his uncle, that kind of like inspired these these situations, right? But like for him, it was like, all right, let me kind of bring my own experiences and kind of like as a relief to what I've just dealt with, like write it and hopefully put it out, right?
Oh, yeah.
And basically like for yourself, and I know even with myself personally with the project I'm working on, like I wrote it, I started writing it after I experienced, stuff I was going through. But like it is therapeutic. But also, you was talking about going to a counseling, like if you don't address it the right way, it can bring you back.
Yeah, it could be detrimental, because actually, after the first film, the time we were about to shoot it, I lost my uncle and I lost my cousin, both 2-3 months apart, and these are like the 2 guys that I can go to and talk to about whatever. One was we kind of knew he was coming to that time, but he really wasn't really expecting that. Then the other one, you're really out of nowhere. And people, like my mom, know how I process. I can't be around people when stuff like this happen. I literally get in my truck and I just drive. I don't listen to no music. I have my windows down. I'm driving. I have to process it my own way. And like even in the second film, like I got a character based off my granddad, and like I was so tedious when I casted this person to play my granddad. Shout out to Mr. Salah Foster. The look wise, he actually kind of resembles my grandfather in a way, but his demeanor at the same time too is so important, because that's also the reason why I'm doing this on my grandparents' anniversary, because my granddad was a real big part of everything what I was doing when I was a kid. I lost him my freshman year of high school, so I really never had the person to actually guide me, like, hey, this is what you need to do to be, like, talk to girls. That's when you really started getting to that point. How do you do this? How you do that? This and that. I had to really learn it on my own. I had some of my cousins, my uncles kind of help me out with here and there, but I had to figure a lot of stuff out. And I'd be wondering what would the conversation be like if he was still here. So, yeah.
Beautiful. But
just real quick, can you cut that fan off real quick? Hit that blue button.
I got you, y'all, boy.
There we go.
Fan is off.
So you got the first one made, right?
Yeah.
And you made the second one.
Oh yeah, I couldn't finish that one. Actually, I found out something else about myself in the process of this one.
And what was that?
I can't write when everything's going right. I self-sabotage. I have to self-sabotage in order for me to even process something. I don't know if it's a trauma thing or something. I'm working on that with my counselor right now, but I realize if everything's going good, I have writer's block.
I think that might be an artist thing. You
Maybe.
know, like you look at like musicians, right? A lot of the greatest songs come from a place of chaos or pain, or even artists, when they paint some of the most beautiful pictures, it's like something has happened to trigger them to like, or push them to do that.
Yeah, look at all of Adele's albums.
I know.
That is
every song.
I'm still waiting on
But look, I'm not even gonna lie, because I was in a good spot when I was getting close to being finished, and then I was dating this lady. She's a little bit older. She was a great person, great spirit, great everything. She was like my Erykah Badu.
Okay.
And
Did she shave?
huh? Yeah, every now and then, yeah. But no, but like she was cool and everything. And funny about it, I actually got a character written about her in this film as well too.
Oh Lord.
It helped me tie everything else together. But yeah, it was it was a very, very yeah, I cherish every relationship I have, whether with dating, whether it's with friendship, family, everything. It's a lesson I learned, and I like to share those lessons in my writing. But now I'm in a good spot too with some other people. This girl I'm talking to, so I'm actually curious to see how this next script gonna go, because I'm not in a bad spot right now. So I warned her I'm a self-sabotager, so it's on her now to yeah.
Don't put that pressure on her. But I will say, no, I appreciate you saying that. Like I said, because for a lot of people, it's a lot that goes into filmmaking as in general. And a lot of times you just, like you say, you write from personal experiences. I know, like myself, I write from I don't self-sabotage.
Oh yeah,
but I self-sabotage my character sometimes. Like, even if I write from a personal stuff, I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, I'm pulling in these personal experiences. But then, like I love how you mentioned, like, all right, what would happen if it didn't go the way it happened in real life?
Yeah.
And unfortunately for myself, I always take a darker turn. Some situations you just think about, like, what if it just goes bad,
Oh yeah. And
or what if it goes good, and you just,
And I do the similar things, because I take it always into the destination that I actually went to, or what I was in, where that now, even though it didn't happen the same way, I still end up at the same scenario. And then I started taking, like, all right, let's go a little bit deeper. And I keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And man, like, yeah, boy, I realized this. My love life is crazy. It's.
I mean, you've told me a lot of stuff off camera.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about. But
it's.
Are you sure all of this doesn't happen at individual
real life?
times? You sure it doesn't just all happen at the same time and it's just emulating your life? I mean,
honestly, the Lord, who knows? The Lord may know. I don't even know. Sometimes I be going back and thinking about situations I put myself in, and be thinking, like, dang, what else was going on around this time? Because like I said, during my party days, when I was throwing parties, I'm not gonna say I was the best person.
Yeah.
But I was the honest person. I didn't sugarcoat nothing, try to tell people, oh, this is everything I'm about to do. This is everything. Like, oh, I'm trying to be with you, this and third. I was like, nah, look, I'm here for this. This is what you got. Hey, take it or leave it.
And then now it's a movie. So that's
and now it's a movie. And actually, most of my projects I'm doing, what's going on, Mr. Jill? But no, most of the projects I'm actually writing is based off of real life stuff. So either way, how you look at it, I'm sharing my whole life story. Because my plan is this: if something ever happens to me, that's why the reason why I started the podcast. My son, my daughter, my kids, my grandkids, whoever later on down the generation down the line, they would know everything I went through and everything I had to go through to be where I had to be at. So yeah, shout out to some future projects coming up.
No, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. You just keep going and going, man.
Yeah.
Life could be life in, but you just keep writing and using it for therapy.
Of course.
And then now you're like in a documentary with our new
Oh no,
guest.
exactly. Look, another guy, because they hit me with some questions that I couldn't even answer for. No, look, this guy that's sitting right beside me. This guy, look, we actually share a cousin.
Who's that?
Nicole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we share a
Nicole, your
cousin.
cousin?
Yeah, Nicole's my cousin. We share a cousin. We don't even know that.
Shit, Nicole, everybody cousin.
Yeah, she basically is.
She mine too.
I mess with this guy. But
I'm
no,
black, you know.
No, you can't claim Nicole. She
you
can
can't
be your
claim,
friend.
yeah, she could be your friend, but she
can't
can't be your cousin.
I mean, that's my sister.
So does that make us cousins?
I don't know, because you know how black people do when you got one cousin
Yeah,
inside.
when you got one cousin, all y'all cousins.
Like, oh yeah, you can't talk to her. But
And by sharing cousins, you guys mean actual cousins.
yeah, we're actually
Yeah.
cousins.
Not no Alabama thing, right?
No,
So-
look.
Hey, what you trying to say about Alabama?
I got most of my family did come from Alabama though, which is crazy. I'm not gonna, yeah. But no, this guy. Cowboy, can I introduce him?
Yeah, you may.
Oh yes. So the soon-to-be documentary. I learned power lives in the words. So documentary of the year to help a lot of men, especially with mental health and understanding what it takes for them to find happiness and look for happiness in the right places. Man, this guy went worldwide to figure out what makes you happy, what makes you smile, and in the process, I was one of the people that he actually interviewed, luckily, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. He's based out of New Orleans, but he's from Pensacola, Florida.
Pensacola in the house.
Yeah, Pensacola in the house. You know, not Troy, Alabama, but the realest, one of the most humblest guys I have met and worked with. There's a lot of not saying nobody ain't humble, everybody's humble, but one of the really most humblest interviews I ever did that actually made me think, Mr. Jeff Benjamin.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I do appreciate that. It's the Undertaker joint.
Yeah.
I really feel honored that people have enjoyed my interviewing skills. I think one of my superpowers is to get people to talk and open up.
Oh yeah.
And think about things that they never thought about within themselves emotionally. So, you know, I just appreciate that you felt that.
Oh yeah, I cried. I think I did cry during the interview a little bit too, but like afterwards,
We don't have you in there crying, but
Good.
I wish we did, because
I
it
think I
makes
cried afterwards.
it makes great content.
Oh yeah, because
One of my homeboys cried in the interview, and I can't even use it because it doesn't go with anything. But I was like, man, this is really good, and it was so funny because he was like, "Yo, you about to use me crying? I know it." Nah, man. But I was me and Calvo was like, yeah.
I think I should still put it in there somehow, some way. But
You know,
I know.
the longer.
It
So
is.
this is the thing. This is the thing with that I found with art, especially my art. The longer that I hold it and fuck with it,
The more you,
the more I mess with it. And the delay is the delay. I call Calvo every day. Hey Calvin, we need to make these last 2 edits so I can
Really
release
one.
this.
Really one.
Yes, he said 1 now, but I didn't know that because when last time I had it, it was 2. But honestly, Calvo really got me to the finish line.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know, man. Like it was just, I'm doing a documentary about joy, but I think it might have been some of the most trying times. Like this year, the year that it was coming together, it's probably one of the most trying times of my life. Figuring out, trying to figure out myself. I think I've cried more than
Oh yeah.
within the last few during this stretch. I've cried more during this stretch than I have in my whole entire life, I think.
I think you actually. I think that's because I feel like you're an empathetic person.
Yeah.
I had to learn. I'm kind of empathetic too, in the same sense. I had to learn about empathy in class at UWF.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool learning that because I try to put that in my characters as well too when I be writing, because not everybody have all great moments. That's not real. No. It's not all good. It's good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, the happy, the joyful. It's like the whole thing. And when you can relate to something, like y'all interview was it was refreshing to know that somebody cared enough to ask the question.
Yeah, and I think what we found, putting the documentary together and all that stuff, what we kind of found is that it looked uncomfortable for men to talk about their feelings, because nobody ever asked. Honestly, nobody ever asked. Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people don't care to ask or care to know how a man feels, especially of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Like, my uncle, right, because I shared in your interview about I went to jail and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first guy to tell me, I love you. And then I tried to be like, man, that's gay and stuff. He's like, no, that's not gay. You should tell another person, you should be able to tell another man you love them.
Yeah.
And it should not make you feel weird.
I walked in the door and hugged Cowboy and told him I loved him.
I know. I remember my first time telling my friends I loved them. I told my friends I loved them, and then they looked at me like,
yeah,
what's wrong with you? I was like, bro, I just love you.
I have to laugh because I have to think about, like, so when me and Jeff really started becoming cool, Jeff was like, I love you. I'd be like, you too? You like, hey, bro, it's all right to say you love me, man. I'm like,
hey, and you know what? You know what? No bullshit. That's I can curse on here, right?
Yep.
Great. Well, I'll just not be me if I.
I've been holding back some F-bombs.
But for real, that's the same response I used to get from my dad. Is you too? Like, I'd be like, I love you, and he'd be like, you too. I don't know if he told me until I was like, I think I was a grown man.
Yeah.
Where he would return like, I love you back, but I'd be like, I love you, and he'd be like,
yeah.
Or some shit like that. And it's just, I mean, but I understand he's an old black man, and it just, so like that's a lot of stuff that like we had to like reconcile with like during the doc is, like the relationship that I have with my dad and how that impacted my son. My wife and Calvin like really got on my ass and was like, you have to be featured more in this documentary.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be featured in it. Cause I was like, yeah, I don't need the world knowing my business. And like, they got a part of me in the doc. And I just hope that people care. But you was talking about like how I wouldn't say how the opposite sex might not care.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what's funny. When I talk about this documentary, black women give more of a fuck about it than black men.
What?
Boy, they're so excited. They'd be like, oh my God, that's like they, as soon as I say I'm working on a documentary about black men expressing joy through smiling, they're like, oh, they just melt. And they care so much.
They can't be in Pensacola, Florida though.
I think they're everywhere. And no, this is what I think it is. I think that there is a disconnect for us, like as men and women, and how we're talking to each other.
Yeah.
And the language that we're using doesn't necessarily land in a way that it should, because it's okay to care about people.
Yeah.
It's okay to like want to understand. It's okay to be empathetic. It's not just about like what you can get out of the person, or, a lot of people are dating for transactions.
Yeah.
But the real crux of a relationship comes with transformation. And that's with friendships and dating. So is it transactional or is it transformational? Now, transactional is way more clear cut. We're used to transactions our whole life. We've been going to the store. We pay for this, pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Those are just the transactional things that we're dealing with in relationships. But transformational, that shit is hard. Ain't no blueprint for transformation. Ooh. Transformation is, it's hard. It's messy. The shit hurts. It sucks. And then it feels good at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, because whenever you growing is uncomfortable. So a lot of people don't venture into these relationships thinking about the growth of the transformation. They think about what the transaction is. So, or is he trying to get something from me? If he's trying to get something from me, then I need to get something from him. And for us, you know, for men, the transaction is normally sex.
Yeah.
And for women, it might be a little bit more material.
Berkey bag or some shoes, pay their rent, food.
You know, but we got to stop focusing on relationships that are transactional and start really putting our time into these relationships that are transformational, because that's for both parties.
Dang.
Thanks for coming to the Shut Callers podcast, where we're discussing relationships between men and women.
This is the TED Talk.
Hey,
I love it though. This is great.
It just happened organically.
Yeah, it did.
We're supposed to be talking about movies and shit.
But think about it, my movie's about my relationships.
No,
Yeah.
So it actually ties in. But and it's funny because like kind of the relationships I've been in recently and lately is they actually been transformational. I say the last, and I'm talking about even my friendships. I ain't talking about just dating wise, friendship wise, everything goes to being transformational, family wise as well too, because it makes me demand more from myself.
Yeah.
To be there for them the way they show up for me. And even sometimes when they don't show up for me, back in the day I used to be like, oh, bang, y'all just don't love me the same way I love y'all, so why I'm wasting my time?
Yeah.
But you realize as you get older, everybody got something else going on. You can't be just there focused 24/7. So learning to...
The capacity for love is different from people too.
Yeah, and
you know?
it's a lot of the traumas that they went through could kind of hold them back from progressing forward with you in the pace you may want them to.
For sure.
Because actually, this one relationship I'm in, she's been through a lot, and I see and I feel her pain and everything too, and it's like making me have to really be patient with her.
Yeah.
And I understand her more and more and more each day, because sometimes she let fear control her, and I'm like, hey, you can't allow that. And it's involving me to learn how to actually appropriately talk with my kids when fear, like they meet fear head on.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how you said it, because man, you got me over about to cry again.
Apparently, it's just me that does that to you.
No, I actually, all right. Funny thing about it, I actually cry a lot. I just don't tell people I cry a lot or show them that I cry a lot. Because actually, this year I cried. My son's 5th grade this year.
Yeah.
And I had a realization like, oh my God, my son ain't that little kid no more. Taking him to this open house.
Yeah.
Walking out there, crying in front of everybody. My dad, he's like, Dad, are you okay?
Yeah.
But like my son is, it's funny watching kids grow up too.
Yeah.
Because really they're you. Everyone of them got like a piece of you, and you just try to discover which part they got, and it's just like seeing them transform, like you said, transform into who they are.
My son is me. That motherfucker is. That's my brain in there, buddy.
Oh yeah, look, look. That's why I try to tell my son, you're not gonna get away with nothing. I know what you're thinking before you're thinking it. I did it. I look on your face like, yeah, come here. But
shit, I cried in the car coming down here with my son.
yeah.
He was like, Daddy, what's so funny, Daddy? He thought I was laughing. I said, Daddy's crying.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like one song that moves me to tears every time I hear it. And it is a country music song, and I didn't know that it would fuck me up that bad.
What song?
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. This is
I love country.
It just came on. It just came on in the car, and I was like, oh, this is my trigger. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. It's a Luke Combs song.
Oh, hold up. I know about his daddy.
Yeah. Songs about my dad.
Yeah.
The Man He Sees in Me by Luke Combs.
Oh yeah, hey, I told you. Hey,
I'd be like,
when I need.
Yeah. That's
I'm
my
just sitting
shit.
here. I'm just sitting here smiling, just listening to you all. No, this is all great conversation. But then I was just thinking to myself, like, it is both of you all, just having you all in the studio, great people, great filmmakers, great people who I love to work with. But it's also just a coincidence of, both of you all have great projects coming out soon.
Oh yeah,
and both of them are really come from a place of personal experiences that you all both listening to both Terrence talk and then both you talk, Jeff too. Both experiences that you both were hesitant about exploring, right?
Oh, well,
But
firsthand with me.
yeah, I know firsthand. I've been there. And even when Terrence got started, I remember him talking about, everything before he even did the first one. But how you all went through and pulled from like stuff that you didn't even want to talk about publicly.
Oh yeah.
And you stepped outside your comfort zone to like explore that in the film realm, right? And then right before you walked in, me and Terrence was talking about like really how like filmmaking can be used as a tool for therapy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like you like I know, with our journey doing the doc, like we both have kind of found we didn't really think about our own personal joy going into the documentary, and we kind of by interviewing you all, like Terry mentioned, the other people we had an opportunity to talk with, have found instances of like what makes us joy and have really like allowed us to kind of like dive deeper into our own personal experiences. But going back to what I was saying though, like how you all both have both have experiences where you dug deep. Yeah. You made a film about it, and then how both of them are relationship centered too. From different spectrums.
Oh yeah. And that's great because
and crying.
Oh yeah, look,
a lot of tears.
The great thing about this one, my mom actually got to be in this film.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, because one of my last scenes that I was shooting, which is basically the end scene of this movie, it was going to be a triggering scene for me. And I already knew it was going to be a triggering scene because it happened to be like two of the moments that was life-changing for me at the same time. And by her actually being able to be there was kind of great because I was like, hey, Mom, I supposed to have a whole bunch of family there, but my cousin had something going on the same day. Yeah. And everybody already told them they was going to be there. But my mom showed up. That meant a lot to me because like my mom was there for both of those experiences, and to be having my back during that time when I was like I'm reliving those moments. I'm glad I had therapy the day after, but like just that conversation with my mom during that afterwards and beforehand. In the real experience and on scene, on set, it was, the core moments. It's like off Inside Out. Mm-hmm. I don't think that one's never going to go away because, yeah.
That's such a beautiful moment, like, to just have that experience that, like you said, that's something you can take with you. And also having supporting parents.
Yeah, I had to trick my dad to do it, the documentary.
What?
Hey. I did. I had to trick. I had to lie to him. I had to tell him it was for his. I had to tell him it was a video project for his grandson, which I mean it kind of is. And then I couldn't even write questions for him. Calvin just had to do it.
Because he knew if it was from you, he was like, man, I ain't doing this.
Nah, Calvin just knew it was hard. Like,
especially
and like like through this process, like Calvin has just had my back through it all. Like, like I've just been able to talk to him and be like, hey, Calvin, I don't have it in me. Like, I got it here. I need you to get it to the finish line for me. And he just like recognized like how hard it was like for me and my dad to have like some of these conversations. And it wasn't even like a crazy conversation because my dad is, I wish I would have filmed him because my parents are older, so and my dad's 89. And I wish I would have filmed him, I don't know, shit, like, a few years ago when he was a little bit more lucid, a little bit more in his right mind. You know what I'm saying? Because now I feel like he's like, damn, Grandpa Simpson. Like I remember in 1975. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what he kind of gives me now. So we were able to extract some stuff. But I actually learned like when asking him a question about like what brings him joy, because those are my baseline questions. Yeah. It's like we start off with like, what brings you joy? When was the last time you smiled? You know, and why was that? And then I got better. Like you were y'all were my first like interviews, and I got better as it went on. Because I started asking more global things like, what does it look like? What does the world look like when black men can show emotion freely?
Ooh.
And that was like a real deep question, like towards like the end interviews. But I asked my dad that, and he was like, "The thing that makes me happy is money." And
Hey.
and in my thinking, I was like, "Oh, that's probably why I got a fucked up relationship with money."
You all ask him for money?
Huh?
Did y'all ask him for money?
No. He just cared about like joy for him was money. No, I never asked him for money. He uses money as I felt like he used money as like a control mechanism, and I didn't want to be controlled. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling on that one.
But you know, so the crazy thing is like as I've gotten older, I've realized that it's just like all my parents just did the best that they could.
Yeah. I had that same realization in therapy. 'Cause, you know, you always have this own version of your things happening in your head. You never go into their side and their perspective.
Yeah.
And like asking my mom certain questions, like I think it was last year and this year, and my grandma and everything too. It's like I didn't know their side because I look at it now too. I'm a parent at the same time, so I'm like, my kids probably thinking the same way I was thinking about this. Like, oh, he doing this because this and third. You putting them over me, and my mom's just trying to do the best they can.
Now look, because of that though,
Yeah.
I have more transparent conversations with my children.
Yeah.
So you know, like I got 4 kids, so three girls and a little boy. So like I have way more transparent conversations with them now. That you know but I think my mom had transparent conversations with me. Yeah. Like the cool thing about my mom is she ain't never really lied to me. She was just like, yeah, nah, baby, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and I appreciate that a lot more, you know, with her candor and that. So, you know, it's just, man, yeah, just trying to figure it all out. The movie processes and all that stuff. It's a hard journey, and I'm thankful for people like everybody in this table that, you know, has like had a hand in like my movie stuff. Me and Yabui actually got to work an event together.
Oh,
so
nice.
Shout out.
Hey, yeah, boy, you worked with everybody, huh?
Well, it was everybody but me. But now,
you're like, dang, now I got you.
Right now I got it, man.
I saw you got the Affinity Gauntlet of Pensacola. You can go ahead and do your snap. He's like, all right, reset everything.
Well, no, I brought Yabui to New Orleans.
Oh shoot! Hey,
yeah. So we did a conference for the NAACP, and like I guess I live produced it, or whatever. And you know, it was a dope experience. Like it was a real big team effort, and I was like, oh, this is why everybody call you Bowie for everything. Like I understand, you know, I understand. Like I couldn't have did it without him. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Also, a quick shout out. I thought about this. The women in the production side too couldn't do it without them. I got some great ADs, assistant directors, because like people don't understand. You're gonna do so much. Mm-hmm. Your team is the most important part of everything. Mm-hmm. And I had 2 like phenomenal ADs, especially in the second one.
Just shout your team out,
man. Melody Henry for one. Yeah, Mimi did a great job. Honestly, her and Tiffany, man. Look, I call them like, I watch a lot of anime, so just you know ahead of time. If I was Luffy, they're my Sanji and my Zoro. Those are the wings that keep me floating and everything to keep me going the right direction.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds deep.
Oh man, look, because I call one is my right side of my brain, one's the left side of the brain. Yeah. I was like, you got them, both of them know what I'm expecting. They know how to pull it from the people, and the way they do it is just so pure and genuine. And I appreciate those people for being in my corner, just being on my team. Actually, just saying they would like to work with me.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool as well, too, because I was like, in my head, I played that all the time. I was like, oh, yeah, they ain't going to want to work with me. They going to like this, that, and third. No,
don't it feel good when like people are like, oh, yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
And like you did it. Yo, I went to a movie and somebody stopped me. I was with my wife, and she was like, you're a filmmaker, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And that's when I was hesitant to call myself a filmmaker.
Yeah.
That was like my first like project or whatever. And she was like, yeah, you're a filmmaker, right? I was like, yeah, I am, I guess.
I've been,
And she was like, yeah, I was at because I premiered
New
something in New Orleans. And she was like, I was at the thing that you did. And I was like, oh my God.
hey,
Somebody knows who I am that I don't know.
that happened to me at Verizon because somebody was there to the premiere and happened to be there at the same time getting a phone. She kept staring at me. I was like, I get weirded out real quick, and I'll come up to you like, hey, what's up? Like, hey, what's the problem? I just hurry up and dip out. So I'm like, oh, she might be crazy.
That's PTSD.
What? I'm like, look, as many tires I got slashed off my trucks and eggs and gum being on the side of it.
Oh, wow.
So
If every time a woman look at me funny, I'm like, I think like, do I know them?
Yeah.
Do I know they sister, cousin? Like, hold up.
I might have did something.
I'm like, that's literally going on in my head. Someone staring at me. We make eye contact and she doubled back and look at me again. I was like,
yeah.
I found out she was just at the movie premiere. She's like, oh yeah. And she's a author. And we might be collabing on something real soon.
That's cool.
Bring her book to real life. So shout out to CM.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last part. I think it's like CM something. Yeah.
I feel like it's all like the connections that you make. So you were talking about your team. You're only as good as your team.
Yeah.
I think holds true for life as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the people that you have around you and in real life, not just on movie set. You're really only as good as these people that you surround yourself with. So, you know, it's very important to pick a great team, pick people that are consistent, pick people that are going to choose you every time, you know?
And that's you said something. That's a mouthful right there.
I'm deep, man.
Yeah,
I'm a philosopher. I don't.
Hey, look.
y'all ain't know that. I'm philosophical.
I feel like me and you was talking for a whole day. We would end up being actually a month, and then we just realized it like, oh, it's now.
Yeah.
Because I had to learn a lot of that the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting out certain friendships and relationships, like in my personal life. This ain't nothing to do with my film life. It's just like personal life. I realized, hey, certain things have to die certain times, and you got to move on with it. Certain relationship outgrow their situations. Like two of my best friends from high school, I had to cut their relationship.
Yeah.
But I realized I did that once before, and once I did that, everything was progressing phenomenal. And I kind of realized they are kind of anchors that was holding me. But I can't blame them because I'm the one that reached back out to them. So I was holding on to the anchor and holding myself back.
Yeah.
Because when I cut ties, everything kept, this happened. I was like, well, dang. Was it
me?
Was it me? I think, yeah, I had to learn, and I grew from that experience. Now, I'm really, really, really cautious when I call somebody a friend. I got family and associates.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
I think you should be.
Yeah.
I've hijacked your interview. I'm sorry.
Oh no, this is great. Me and Blue were just like we're watching this. Y'all co-hosting tonight. We
my bad.
No, this is great.
I didn't mean to come in here on this.
Well, actually, I do have a question for y'all. Since you say I can co-host it. So when y'all in the casting process, or you have to come up with a recast, what it would be that final nail in the coffin that makes you have to say, all right, this ain't working out. We got to go a different direction.
So I guess I'll take that question. So I've been fortunate enough to where I have not had to recast. Well, let me not. So I've not shot anything and then had to go back and recast. Yeah. But leading up to a production, I've had to go through recasting. And it was either because of, a lot of times it was because of the person, you know, things were just not working out, or on either my end or their end, you know. And it's hell, you know. I think about, because sometimes you have a person in mind, you cast a person. If you cast someone, that means they did something to be casted, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, you start once. I know for myself, once I cast somebody, leading up to production, like I start centering stuff around that person as the character, right? So then, you may have table reads, read throughs, but like, all right, if you are Monica in this film, and I cast you as Monica, your name might be Brittany, but like you are now Monica, and we're gonna collaborate to sculpt you more into this character, right? Yeah. And we might even sculpt you, but like, uh, especially as like a director and the actor working together, it's a two-part relationship, right? Because like writer director, like I have a concept of the character already in mind, right? But as an actor, like I'm trusting you to also bring your experiences and your point of view to like bring this character in mind, right? But if I'm doing all the work and you're not doing all the work, it's if both sides have to kind of like give and take, so if it's not working out on my side, like, I cast somebody and they just don't know the lines, they not showing up for table read, they going ghost when we need them. Like, if you give me that energy before we even step on set, like it ain't gonna work out,
Yeah.
And then from their end, a lot of times when actors drop out from their end, they just have something going on,
Yeah.
Scheduling a lot of times or just whatever the case may be. But then it's like, all right, now you got to kind of like restart the process. But like, I will say this too, for everyone who's watching, who wants to act, acting is, you get on set, you have the time of your life.
Yeah.
But it is not easy at all. You're going to have a great time, but it is not easy. And I think like a lot of people, I think like a lot of people, especially like people who have not acted before, people who are really getting into the business, right? Like you watch them, and people, like love just watching movies and want to just like get into it. They see the glam that comes around with being an actor, right?
Yeah.
All right, like I'll be able to be on TV, like I'll be able to have my image and likeness out here. I'll be able to, even if it's not that, like I'll be able to, it'd be cool to kind of like play a character, right? But you don't think about, all right, the time you have to dedicate to find that character. You got to learn the lines.
Mm-hmm.
You got to like, it's a lot of just like, you got to kind of dive into the psyche of the character. But then outside of that, scheduling wise, rehearsals, table reads, that takes a lot of time. And then that's not even the hard part. Once you get on set, sometimes you could be on set. A lot of people think, I'm just pop up, we're going to shoot my lines, and then I'm going to dip out.
You're waiting.
But it is like a lot of stop and go, and being on set for a typical set day for a film is like 12 hours. So
yeah. A lot of people don't prepare for that.
And depending on the magnitude of the scene, you could spend 12 hours
just
shooting
that scene.
One scene.
Hurry up and wait.
Matter of fact, that just brought up a bad core memory. Oh my God. Because when we were shooting Hidden Attentions, so the first one, because y'all moved my cinematographer, so he was there. It wasn't even a long scene. It wasn't even a scene that should have been. The girl pump faked me, man. So during rehearsals, she was nailing her lines. Find out she been reading her lines on the side, had it on the side and everything too. And then we got on set, literally something that should have took us probably an hour. I think it was like 8 lines between the both characters.
What scene was this?
You remember the one when Emma walked past Brianna?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
That took us 3. I think we stopped that one, came back and reshot that, but literally it took us 3 to 4 hours because this girl. Like, I'm really curious when I do Zoom calls now. I tell people, hey, no, show me your whole room before you get started. Let me see your table. Make sure you ain't got no papers, because the one I thought I had to worry about was Kaylee, which played Brittany. Mm-hmm. Then turn around, the Emma, I thought, oh yeah, she's good. She's perfect. She's going to... it was the opposite way around. Kaylee came in, nailed her lines. She was a great actor. But unfortunately, like we were talking because like I had to recast basically all my lead ladies from the first one now. So I had to recast. Actually, this is the third Brittany now coming in because I thought about it because I did one with you at first too.
Oh, yeah.
And then this really is I'm actually on the third of everything. I'm on my third Jordan. I'm on my third.
Well, lucky number 3.
I think so. And this is my third Brianna. And even though I said I couldn't see the characters as nobody else, it's funny when you recast it. You
kind of have to.
Yeah. When you recast, it's like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
This brings something different.
I'm gonna mess with you about like a set day being 12 hours and the scenes and all that stuff. If you go watch The Social Network with I think David Fincher directed it.
Yeah,
he made them shoot that opening scene 99 times.
Hey, matter of fact, it was
the
funny.
argument, 99 times.
It's funny because certain people like have their own schedule thing they have to do, and we try to work around their schedule on top of that too.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get mad when you have to have a long set day.
Yeah,
that's the part that kind of pokes at me.
Yeah,
because I remember one of my actors had to hurry up and leave, and they was gonna come back to finish shooting the last scene. So I was like, okay, but that means we're gonna move everything else into this day. So I had a 16-hour shoot day.
Oh, they hated you.
I didn't care though.
Did you have good food?
Yeah, they ate.
No, that's not the question.
We shot this in at Grover. They ate at Grover's. We had Grover's.
I love Grover's.
They had Grover's.
I'm going to get biscuits and gravy Saturday. As a matter of fact.
Your Whataburger trip, right?
No,
Grover's.
I'm going to Grover's.
Oh, Grover's.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I fed them Grover's. Look, I fed them Grover's.
Yeah. I've never eaten there.
Oh, you're missing out.
So I don't even know what Grover's is. Y'all know I ain't from.
Oh, that's on our side of town thing.
Yeah.
And look, I don't even know how to get around this side of town. I had never even been here.
Trust me. Look,
I had to use GPS.
I do GPS every time I come over to Warrenton, Cantonment area, Inslee. I know everything by the back of my hand. Even in Milton and Pace, I know where to go over there. I just over here.
Yeah. I don't hang out over here.
Yeah, I say every time I'm not from Pensacola, I'm from Cantonment. But like literally, they got mad at me. It's like, oh my God, can we just wait till tomorrow? I say, no, you leave tomorrow at 9 in the morning.
I can't believe they let you shoot at Grover's for 16 hours.
No, we shot one scene at Grover's. We was at 4 different locations that day.
Oh, that's a lot of locations in a day.
But literally, I was like, I knew I had to get this done.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't get this done, or I had somebody change their flight from the time that I paid for. I don't even cover travel for real, but I paid for the flight. They changed the date, which messed up one of my days already.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, now I really got to condense everything into one long day. And they got, all of them's like, well, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I said, you got to leave. You showed up late. You could mess up my whole day. Y'all going to stay here till it get done.
Yeah.
If you don't stay here till you're done, this is the hard part of sometimes being the director.
Sometimes you gotta. I believe in building morale on. So even if it sucks, like I'm gonna tell you that it's gonna suck today.
Yeah,
and we're just gonna embrace the suck and we're gonna get through it. I'm gonna try to make it suck as little as possible, but this shit's gonna suck today. Like when we were filming, and we were filming at night. These are like some of the movies that I worked on.
Sinners.
Five Nights at Freddy 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm specifically talking about Five Nights at Freddy's on this one. We were filming at night, and it was like call time wasn't until fucking 10 o'clock at night. Oh my God, I was
wait, what?
Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock at night is when 10 o'clock at night when the cameras got hot. Call time was like 8. So breakfast was at 7 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And like it's crazy. I was like, I don't even know how these people do it. It's bananas. I'm in the office like trying to stay up and not die. And then
shout out to the military for me. That's what helped me a lot.
Well, but look, filmmaking. All filmmaking is military for creatives.
Yeah,
that's it. Is military for creatives. You got to have a lot of structure, discipline. It's a lot of hurry up and wait, just like in the military.
Yeah.
And a lot of like, and a lot of like innovation, like get shit done and get it through.
Yeah.
You know, embrace the suck. That is a term from Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's military for creatives. So, you know, that's what making movies is.
Thank God for the Navy for preparing me for being a director, because look, even though that was like the long and most suckiest day of the project,
Yeah.
we got it done.
Yeah.
I encouraged them while they're doing it. I was like, look, yeah, y'all complaining right now, but guess what? Y'all asked for this. We actually discussed this beforehand. I was like, hey, what we're gonna have to do? I was like, all right, so this means we're gonna have to shoot all this in one day.
A 16, like, but when people say that though, it's like, all right, you don't really understand it until you like go through it. Like if you don't have anything to compare it to, you know, like it's just whatever. But because you know people with a 9-to-5 job, they'll just be like, oh yeah, nah, I'll just do this and then go to work and go.
I also want to add too, that 16-hour day was probably more than likely followed by 2 12-hour days.
No, actually,
Right.
Actually, this is the great thing about that. The next day, I think it was like a 5-hour day.
What was it leading to that 16-hour day?
Before that, I think it was like a 10-hour day.
So see, even so,
Yeah.
like
That's compounding
you didn't
interest,
just have
baby.
But I tallied it up because look, I look.
But look, if you do the 16-hour day and you know that this is the part
Yeah.
that's going to be shit, make it a emotionally charged day with arguments and anger and all that. If you got that in the script, that's where it need to be in that 16-hour day when everybody hates you.
And look, and funny thing about it, those scenes were actually shot in that day.
Yeah, because you're gonna get the best performance.
Look, Aubrey came through on that day. She knocked out her scenes with Kaylee. They were so pissed at me by the time we left, but they delivered exactly what I needed. Miss Natasha was on set with us all day too. Man, literally that day, I feel it made the movie.
And I think you'll look at that stuff and be like, yeah, like this sucked, this was hard, but like we got what we needed, and it's really fulfilling. After that, you know,
It
like,
was.
It's so funny. Like the stuff that makes the movie fun for me is all the chaos that's going on behind the scenes. So like when I got in trouble when I shot a short film because you know, like at one point in time, like we had somebody like pass out, the ambulance was coming, all that stuff in the middle of filming, right? And like I got a BTS person there. And now I'm like the producer of The Real World. I'm like, keep the camera rolling. and everybody was like, what?
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
I feel like it's off of what is it?
that was like
Project
me
X.
with Peppermint Lady.
Project X.
Oh,
Hey, keep it
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
No, because actually, that's literally how it was. Like the locations I actually shot at this time was actually, I don't know how to pull that out. I shot at Target. They actually allowed me to shoot in Target.
Yeah. Target,
I know, right?
Target need black dollars right now. So
I shot 3 scenes in Target for 2 days, and then turn around. Like I said, I shot at Grover's. Where else?
But you know what? The actors don't have to be there for the editing process. So.
Oh yeah, because low-key, they got it easy. They
that's the worst shit ever.
The pits. I'm telling y'all.
I edited the documentary myself because I couldn't afford nobody. And me and Calvin.
Wait, yeah, put me in that too.
Yeah. No. Calvin.
I was there,
Calvin's
but I'm
editing
late.
too. So look. I spent a week with Calvin at his house.
He literally like moved in.
Yeah, a whole week.
trust me.
And I didn't tell nobody I was home. Like none of my family could know, none of that, because like they'd be pulling me in every direction. I stayed a whole week with Calvin, and I was at Calvin's house at 9 a.m, and I left at 10 p.m, going through footage, piecing together stories, this, and then I let my wife look at it, and she was like, "Yeah, that ain't it." And then,
Saying, all right, back to the drawing board.
right, and then I went, and I didn't want to involve Calvin in that one. I was like, "All right, we already pieced it together. Let me reconfigure." Yeah, that was the worst part. Let me reconfigure.
Yeah.
So we reconfigured it, and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then she was like, and then Calvin was like, nah, I need this now and it need this. And I'm like, oh shit. You know? So yeah, that editing
I understand.
fucking sucks.
So I do want to say, right? So this is like me and Jeff leading to this project right now, right? We've done a lot of narrative work. So when you do like a narrative script, you have a script that
And you know what it is.
you know exactly what you're looking for,
Scene
right?
A.
So this being a documentary
is different.
One, we had an idea. Well, Jeff came in with the idea of what he wanted for the doc, right?
Yeah.
But the thing with doing documentaries is once you start interviewing people, and we interview a lot of people,
Yeah.
in different areas, and we got so many different perspectives that it was just like, all right, like this is what Jeff's goal is for what he wants to convey with the doc, but really trying to build and find the essence of a story to like reach the overall goal, but like find a story at the heart and center of it all.
You,
Right?
you ever seen like the
Happy
abstract paintings and shit? Like where it just looks like a bunch of colors
Yeah.
and you got to stare at it long enough until
real.
it makes sense.
I can never see that.
Yeah, I be looking at it
But-
like,
But to me, like when you're doing stuff like that, like when you're doing documentary stuff, or even you can see it because you edit like sizzle reels and stuff like that. You can't.
I'm saying that actual picture where you see the other
Yeah.
picture, I never see it.
Well, no, I'm just talking about like like abstract art, like like brushstrokes on the canvas, and people
yeah.
are like, "Oh yeah, this feels like this or whatever." Like that's what we're looking at essentially. And then like okay, then we're trying to pull a story out of it, and then I guess, and then for me, I gotta not care about everybody else. And be like, yo, this is the story. Like, this is it. Like, me and Calvin argued about the opening scene for like an hour. I was like, no, Calvin, it's got to be this.
And I was,
And Calvin's like, no, it can't be. We figured out a happy medium.
we did. We compromised.
No,
so
we compromised.
We just put both of them in there.
Yeah.
yeah. I ain't gonna. Me and Yabu shot edited the first part of Hidden Attentions 1, and we'll see. I was like, no, I need to add a little bit extra. He was like, no, it's gonna be quick. But then I end up editing it at my house, so I understand about them long days.
Yeah.
I applaud all y'all. I had to literally black out my windows because I knew if I see sunlight.
Yeah. Me and Calvin will have to be like, all right, it's time to take a walk. So we be walking. At, what park was it, Bayview?
Oh, no, we went to
Sanders Beach.
Yep, you know that's my
Yeah.
spot.
So we walking on Sanders Beach, like, all right.
Oh no!
And then like all we doing is talking about it. It just like runs your life for like a while. And I'm at the point now where I don't care anymore and I just want to get it away. And I think that is, and I honestly, but like with art, like I need to have it till I don't care. And I'm like, y'all can figure out what to do with it now.
Let's see where it go.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that's how the greatest things be coming up.
I think so too.
Because I literally I locked myself in the room for a week, 2 weeks. Only time I came out was just to use the bathroom,
Yeah.
grab food, and went right back. Yeah, boy checked on me. He's like, hey, how's it coming? How's it coming? I was like, yo, I'm almost there. Boom, boom, boom. But
you knocked it out, man. It
I
came
know
out really good.
I knocked it out. To be honest,
And look, me and Calvin friends, right? So it's like we be but like I have to switch from like friend to like, all right, we working right now. You know what I'm saying?
We do. I'll be like, Jeff, we need to have a meeting, and that's in the agenda and everything. And we literally like go down the agenda.
Go down the agenda, all that stuff. Like I call like, hey bro, I and you know, I thank God my friends like know my heart. Because I call and just start talking and asking for what I need like immediately. And like I care about you, but like I got to get this out, and then we can talk about this other thing or whatever. I'm
shout out to the ADs.
Yeah.
That same way.
I'm like, but yeah, this is what we got to do. Blah blah blah. Like I called him today. I was like, hey, I still need them 2 edits. He was like, well, it's only 1 edit now, but I need them 2 edits.
I need it
Because I was like, I'm premiering at the end of January.
Oh,
beginning
you
of
right.
February.
Shoot, you right there. So it's like us back-to-back weekends.
Yeah,
snap.
somewhere around there. So I'm trying to figure it out now. So I need I'm trying to find a end point of it. I'm trying to find a voiceover for me about like summing it up about joy, but I ain't really been happy.
But ain't gonna lie, but low key,
few days.
that could
well,
be
the past month or two.
that's when you're not at, they say when you're at the lowest, that's when clarity comes anyway. So
Yeah.
by you being on the opposite end of the spectrum,
Maybe.
you could probably pull it out
What's
right
up,
now.
Jermaine?
Shout out to Jermaine.
And honestly, it's
Talk about Jermaine. This dude did our premiere
Oh, yeah.
before we even started shooting.
wait, what?
We rented 850
He already-
event center before we started shooting. During pre-production, hey, they're open on the day. Let's get this done in 3 weeks.
Hey, that's how
And your
Hey.
boy was in New Orleans with me,
And I was in New Orleans.
editing and stuff like that. And like I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, that's cool, you know.
hey, shout out to you. And thank you for the shout out early. I seen the clip from the time I think it was last week.
Yeah, last weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out, Loki. Everybody, most people don't understand me and how I process stuff or do things. Even though it says I'm on social media, I don't be on social media.
Yeah.
I literally have blinders up, and if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. Honestly, I'm been focused on my lane and just knocking the stuff out. But shout out to everybody, like you said, support all Black storytellers, all our filmmakers here in Pensacola. Everybody's doing a great job, and you know, I'm even though I don't show other things because I don't like people.
Yeah.
All right, people don't know this. I when I'm around a lot of people, I get anxious and my anxiety gets all over the place.
Uh-huh.
So you're not gonna see me out as much as I used to be. But
Yeah.
but honestly, look, I think right now is a great time for you to do your voiceovers. Honestly, I say why not?
Yeah.
You can do it right here on this broadcast.
No, exactly.
Record it.
And think about it. You basically, this whole episode you talked about really what it's all about.
Yeah.
Tying it in right now is the time to do it. Because if not now, then when? If not you, then who?
Yeah. That's a you know what my motivating quote is?
Which one?
Fuck it, we ball.
Ace.
Whenever I'm about to do something stupid.
And it's been rubbing off on me,
Yeah.
Jeff, because I just
Because look, no, let me tell you something. I'm gonna get into my pastoral shit right now. Faith and fuck it
Goes hand in hand.
are the same thing.
It goes hand in hand. People don't believe that. 'Cause look,
They two sides of the same coin.
yep. Tell them.
Because when you have faith, you give it to God,
And you don't worry.
When you say fuck it,
You gave it
you
to
gave it
God.
to God. It's up there. You know what I'm saying? They
Philosophy.
faith and fuck it live in the same place.
Yep.
And they on that same side of the coin.
Because look, that's what we did when we shot in the mall too. Oh, we got kicked out of the mall. Loki. Oh, dang. Loki. Wait, there might be people.
I
Cause
don't-
look,
I
no,
don't
because
think
look,
they're listening.
no,
You're
because
right.
look, we was almost done shooting this scene and we got kicked out the mall. Because we was in that walking area,
Yeah.
so we got majority of it
You
done.
got to get location permits.
But look, I got authority to shoot in this store.
No, you got to get
But look,
permits.
I like you said,
Get
fuck
some
it.
people to write
Hey,
that
like you
shit
said,
down.
fuck it. I was like, all right. I went before I got
So
there.
what you're talking about is titled on the guerrilla filmmaking.
Yeah, that's it.
I went guerrilla style on that one scene, but low key, we reshot it at a spot where we got permission, so
Yeah.
it was all okay. But literally, we had 2 lines to go, and
It'd be like that.
look, it was looking so great. It was looking perfect. I'll show y'all the stills for it, but like. We went early in the day. No one was there. We was good. We got all our stuff done. We literally shooting the last part, and then boom.
Yeah.
I
That was like us on Marry Me yesterday at the wine bar
Oh yeah.
or the cigar bar out in the back.
y'all went gorilla too
Yeah, I do a
So
lot of
actually,
gorilla
we
shit.
got permission though.
later.
No,
Yeah.
no, we got it.
No, we got
We got it.
permission.
Yeah, we have permission.
I'm also a big dude that can talk my way in and out of places. So you know, it's just
Yeah.
people are nice to me.
I tried to talk to my cousin. My cousin was head security. He came up there. I was like, yeah, we just shooting this last. We got you the last little part. But then his boss was there, so I kind of
Yeah,
yeah.
about to get your cousin yammed up.
Oh no, he was about to yam me up. He's like he didn't know who I was. I was like, I understand completely. You still got to feed your kids. Look, hey, we left up out of there. Then we had people. We shot some of it outside of store.
Yeah.
Just to turn around and the same thing. Screw that lady from Belk. Sorry, she was out there taking photos. Like, y'all are not supposed to be here.
Belk still a store?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't even got no customers. So why you even work? I'm bringing attention to your store right now. You might actually, because look, if they shut them down, they're out of the job.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Buckle.
No,
people shop at Belk's.
barely.
Oh, Belk's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. I was thinking of Buckle in the mall. I don't think that's a store no more.
I don't know about that one.
It can't be.
I think it is.
Really?
White people still buy stuff there.
Oh. They probably saw a lot of. Okay.
But yeah, so
All right.
2 great projects for you all to look out for.
I was going to say, what was the other questions?
Huh?
You didn't ask a question.
I know.
When was I supposed to?
I don't know.
I know. Ask something.
So I do have a question,
Shit.
and this is just because the holidays are coming up, and I think it'd be cool for us to just talk about. So, what is everyone's favorite Christmas movie that is not a traditional Christmas movie?
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. Die Hard.
What is everyone's
Die Hard,
favorite
like
Christmas
Christmas
movie
Story.
that's not a traditional
Yeah.
Christmas movie?
Ain't Die Hard? I think Die Hard's the only one. Ain't
Die Hard. Yeah. Well, I think, what is it? Friday After Next.
But oh yeah. Ooh.
I have to watch for me. I love Christmas. You know, I'm a rom-com Christmas dude, man. So you know, Die Hard
So,
Christmas, Friday After Next.
I like Batman Returns.
Just because it was around Christmas time.
That movie is a Christmas movie.
Is that with Arnold? That's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's the one with Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Huh? That's the one with George Clooney was Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah. Second best Batman.
Honestly, I don't care about Batman. Whoever they all. I'm not saying they suck, but
And that was Terrence Boykins.
look, honestly, look, this thing about it. All right, my bad. Look, they're all great in their own shape and form, but low key, when you try to separate them all I look at whoever played the. All right, the reason why I'm gonna say the Dark Knight series is better than any other series is because the villains that they had playing them villains.
No
'Cause-
disagreement with me on that one.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. The Riddler in the second one with Jim Carrey, that was good.
That was
That was
terrible. That's the worst one.
Well, look, he was all right. I like Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's a great guy.
That's racist.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't say that.
Exactly.
I didn't say I hate Jim Carrey. I'm
That's
just
racist.
saying
You
that
can't,
movie.
you can't hate Jim Carrey as a national treasure.
Exactly.
I know. I love Jim Carrey.
Calvin hates Jim Carrey.
You
Y'all.
just said you hate Jim Carrey.
The Riddler is ass.
You hate the Riddler's ass?
What? Well, anyway, he was in spandex, but like the Joker character.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. What's his name though?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger
Yeah.
played the fuck out of that character.
I know.
Well, you know that's what led to his demise.
Right.
Honestly,
So, it led to his demise, right? And we talked about this full circle, right? I'm sorry. But we was talking about how, you can get so into playing the character that, like, if you playing stuff that triggers you, it can, like, have a mental
Yeah.
impact on you.
yeah.
That's what happened to him.
Honestly, on some real note stuff, because I talked about this on the podcast on y'all interview about me having suicidal thoughts and everything too, which is a real thing. I kind of play on that a little bit in my films coming up in the next couple ones, but I think we are our own demise. I feel like we are all playing a character right now that really eventually going to take us to our own demise in a way. But like I said, it's decide which side of the coin you're going to let take you. Because
Well, why does it have to take us to a demise?
that's what I'm saying.
Why can't it take us to glory?
I think you got to go through it to get to glory. I think after the demise, think about it. Nobody appreciated Keith until his demise. Then they appreciate all the glory he gave us and everything too. And then it's like they don't appreciate you while you're here. I'm not saying about me right now or nothing else, but like a lot of people don't appreciate what you have when they're here. You wait until after it's gone, and then you be like, dang, I had this great thing in front of me.
So can I tell you something?
Hit me with it.
So because you realize that,
Yeah.
it is your duty when somebody does something that you appreciate,
To let them know.
to let them know.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So like you can't be scared to hold compliments and tell people how much they mean to you in the moment.
Facts.
And you should do that all the time. Like it should be unabridged, it should be unfiltered and unheld back.
Oh yeah. And look, I thank God for therapy because that's literally what I do. My mom say I get them too uncomfortable because I tell them I love them so much and talk about all this.
Me
So
too.
I was like, I'd rather y'all be uncomfortable than something happened to y'all and I did not tell y'all. And
Oh, y'all gonna know you loved around here.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
Because that actually happened to me with my granddad when he died. My freshman, going to my freshman, lost my freshman year. Came home to try to tell him goodbye. Everybody kept coming in trying to say their goodbyes, everything else too. I never got my chance to say nothing. Then he's like, "Oh, go ahead and go to the game. I'll be here when you get back."
And it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. It felt like a scene out of a movie.
Yeah.
Cause as soon as the buzzer ended, my mom's walking through the door. Look, I run in there, get my stuff, put it in the bag. By the time I get home, they're wheeling them out. So I'm like, man, I never got a chance.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell everybody, even till this day, I was like, my grandma, my mom, everybody else. Even if I'm not the best of friends with them at the time, I still love y'all.
Yeah.
I just don't like y'all at the time. Yeah, but I still love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time like I walk out the house with my wife, like I tell her like the last thing she hears is I love you. Even if we're arguing or fussing or fighting, I love you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it don't, because that's just what it is. Like
Love
this
is more
moment
important.
is the moment.
Yeah.
But love is like
Forever.
the through line for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you should tell people how much they mean to you whenever you feel it.
Yeah. Love all y'all. Jeff, I love you too, man.
Love you too, man.
Yeah. Calvo, I like you. I love you, Calvo. I love you, Calvo. I love you too, y'all.
Olive juice.
What?
We gotta work on Calvin and his emotionality. You know what I'm saying?
Look, he came on my podcast a long time ago talking about you want to be a hero. Which one you prefer yourself to be, a hero or a villain?
And I
he's-
came. It was a great topic.
He's still
You ran it back for the second pod. I was on your podcast twice. Remember?
But look, you really, Calvo. Let me ask you that question. Which one do you see yourself as, the hero or the villain? Are you still the villain?
So it really, I feel like that is the perception that is put on the other person. You know, everybody's a hero in their own story, but because of how you view my intent on what I'm doing is the case
Stop
of if
stop talking. If anybody ever called Calvin a villain, they not right to me.
Yep.
If anybody ever said, you know, that Calvo, he just ain't shit. I don't like him. You know, he is a conniving, dirty dog. I wouldn't trust those people.
You like,
Nope.
hey,
What
not at all.
my first question is, what the fuck did you do to Calvin? So
look,
the hero and villain ain't Calvin is the fucking hero. Like he ain't a villain.
he said, hey, but what if he said it about himself?
Huh?
What if he said it about himself? He chose the villain side. Would you be mad at Calvin for Calvin?
Would I be mad at Calvin for choosing to be a villain?
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe his ass.
That's the making of a real good one.
Yeah.
You could be like,
It's some people like, you know, like on Power, it's like they said your daddy did that shit. He did. I know that nigga. He did that shit.
oh, he did it.
So I know him. He did
Calvin's
that
like,
shit. No, not Calvin. Not Calvin.
look, that smile though. I don't know. Look, but Calvo, do you still because I remember our conversation faintly about which one did you choose? Which one do you still?
I just, you know, I probably am a hero, but I think it would be fun to play a villain.
Yeah.
But
You're my
but
hero.
then, huh?
You're my hero. Did you ever know that you're
my hero? That's every fifth. Hey, at every ceremony at 5th grade.
Yeah.
But no, like what we were talking about then, you know, I feel like movies and cinema is really doing a good job of, kind of too good of a job.
Blurring the lines.
Not even that, but just like really like humanizing antagonists, right?
Mm-hmm.
To where like now you start to see in recent years where like the antagonist or villain intent can really make sense depending on the way you look at it, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember like when I was in college, y'all, I went and I was trying to be an actor. And I Don't laugh. You know,
You told me the story. I
I know
remember.
it just did not work out. So
I love you, Calvin.
and I became a great director behind it. You know, because I was able to relate with different stuff. But like I just remember one of my great acting instructors in college, Quentin. Shout out to Quentin. I hope he's doing well. He always told us like, antagonist does not know that they're an antagonist, right?
They think they're the hero.
They do. They just think that everything they're doing is like,
It's justified.
yeah.
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 And so we, the audience viewing it, we look and we put the titles on if it's a hero or a villain. Because like we talked, I think at the time we talked to Black Panther, it was, out and stuff. And we talked about, Killmonger and T'Challa.
Yeah.
Like T'Challa could be the villain,
Yeah.
He was holding the people back. He was holding the resources, Killmonger, he lived on the outside world. So once he got in, he was like, oh man, like it's so much here that I can like give
Give
our
our
resources
people,
to our people,
to free our people.
our people are out here on the streets, struggling, but we have so much wealth right here that we can enough wealth to like help the entire country,
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get us all liberated and free because why not,
Yeah.
That's a hero. If I say it that way, it sounds like a hero, don't it?
Yeah.
And then since we in the Marvel universe, right? Thanos, right? Thanos did the big snap, but when Thanos in those scenes of his past, Thanos grew in the overpopulated city, and because it was so overpopulated, it was not enough resources for his country or his planet to thrive.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know what? I've come to Earth. It's too many people here, and if things continue and the greediness continues on this country, like the resources to supply this humanity will eventually run out, and this this planet will just collapse. So if I take at least half of the population away, it'll be enough resources for the people to live and flourish within their own community, right?
Yeah.
So he snapped his finger, people blipped. He was a hero. He and then after I do that, I'm just gonna go sit in the sun and watch this.
And then they tried to kill him.
Yeah.
He like, I ain't do nothing wrong. I'm just trying to,
Let's help y'all out.
I sacrificed my own child
Yeah.
for the betterment of mankind.
He sacrificed
But-
wealth for the great.
But
greater good.
on the hero side of things, we like, oh man, this man done came and he done took away our love.
Half of the population.
Yeah, he done took away our loved ones and just gonna leave. Like he didn't do nothing else bad. He just took away the population.
Actually, he really, and think about it, they didn't really die.
They just
Because if he
Faded
would have
away.
killed him, he just snapped.
yeah.
Because everybody else in that movie, only person he beat their ass was the Hulk.
Yeah.
And after that, all he did was really just finish on. Well, he did kill his daughter.
Yeah, I mean, but he
know.
Yeah.
but for him, it's like if I can make this one sacrifice, I don't want to,
Everybody's in the
parallel
movie.
it to religion, but if I sacrifice my son for the greatness of mankind and humanity,
Yeah.
I am a god, and that's what he said in in the movie.
Yeah, and the fact that the only way it would have worked if he sacrificed Gamora and it had to be somebody he loved.
Yeah.
And that the first thing they said, like, it got to be someone you love. And she didn't think he loved her. And then at that point, he's like, wait, what?
Right.
That hit me kind of hard. It's like,
That's the craziest love
Dang.
reveal ever.
yeah, you found out that this man really cared about you by killing you just so you get to finish it on.
Yeah. I'll give you like how you were saying, Calvo, how society, Hollywood has done a good job that society has subtly like viewed the antagonists and seen like valid points. And I'll give you a really good example that stretches like a few decades.
Cobra Kai? Oh.
He was excited.
Well,
about
Ralph
that.
Macchio was a villain.
I love
Barbecue.
I love Cobra Kai. But Magneto and X-Men.
Oh, yeah. Because I seen you seen
Like-
97?
Like the more and more like
97.
the more and more Magneto be talking, you be like, hold on now.
He right.
Huh. Why they treating these people like this?
Look, they went in and tried to annihilate them on the X-Men
They
'97
wasn't
new
even
cartoon. They
bothering
were chilling. They
nobody.
had their own place. He wanted to go over there.
No
It's like,
spoilers, because
hey,
it's too good to be spoiled.
man, like
People
like
talking
Red,
about,
like
talking
Red
about it's an
Dead.
old Holocaust survivor. They trying to ostracize him and get him. And I was like, damn, they talking about Magneto.
Hey, man, hey, he had the power to ruin the world a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, Stan Lee based that on the civil rights era.
Yeah, Malcolm X
and
and Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all that to say too is like with characters and just ourselves and have a hero, a villain. What we go through in life shapes that too,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you like, I was talking to someone earlier, one of my coworkers, and they were just talking about it's like weird. We were just talking about having kids and just whatnot, and how you could have like two kids come from the same household.
Yeah. And
They could be brought up the same way, but if they have one life experience that like it could just shape their whole trajectory on how things happen in life, and so
Yeah.
viewpoints,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Me and my sisters the same way. Like we grew up the same, my older sisters. But then like I said, our viewpoints were different. And after our viewpoint being different, it's like we took two trajectories. I was like, I don't like working for people. I'd rather work for myself. And I'm more of a visionary or a risk taker. And she's really secured on what she do. But I think that's based off of just be taking, yeah.
So as we get ready to come to a soon close, so
Well, yeah, I gotta go home.
Oh, yeah.
so both. Oh, now you want to go home? No, I'm just playing. So both of you all are writers, and just talking about even like breaking that down, like even with the hero and villain, protagonist, antagonist concept. Like when you all write characters out, right? Do you all like what kind of characteristics do you all pull to kind of like give towards a protagonist in your script or an antagonist in your script? Is there any like certain attributes or characteristics that you all pull, or like even the way they just
I think it's more so like intention, right? For me with a character, like they have to have. If I'm writing a hero or a protagonist, like their intention has to be like good, and they have to have a code in a sense, like a moral code, based on that intention. Now, does it always? Do they always do like something just? No, because I believe flawed characters are real characters, and those are the best characters. Yeah. So I try to have them. I try to have a flaw in them. So if they're gonna be like, if they're gonna be striving towards a goal, they're gonna have to have like a quirk towards that goal. Like that just kind of depends on what it is. I'm writing a movie right now where, this guy has the best intentions of saving his relationship, but it doesn't translate into it doesn't translate in the movie until like it's too late. So he gets in some shit and gets fucked up into the game and gets a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper. But his intentions were pure in the beginning, and they still are through it, but he was doing it by like trying to escape reality in a sense. And he thought that was going to make him better for his family, but it really didn't. Or when it really doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Dang. See, mine is kind of weird. My writing style is different, I feel like, from everybody's, because I realize my protagonists and antagonists change by the scene.
As they should. Because
they could be protagonists here in the first scene. Next scene, they're doing something that's kind of shady in a way, but I base all my characters off of the feeling of reliving certain moments. Because really, all my characters are really me in a different sense of shape or form. So yeah, it's literally just that, going off the emotions of the characters and being as realistic as possible.
All right, no, that was good. I appreciate that. And so again, it has been a pleasure. We're gonna get ready to close it on out soon. But it has been a pleasure just having you all here. And like I said, it's coincidence having you all both in the studio at the same time, and then just kind of talking throughout the night, really seeing how both of you all's films, even though they are on very opposite ends of the spectrum, have so many parallels to them. And I think like as independent filmmakers, no matter what you're working on, like we're all out here just trying to make it happen. And we don't know that the other filmmaker may be having some of the same experiences or even the same struggles or even like the same just way of like tackling issues, not necessarily issues, but tackling filmmaking until we get in the room like this and we are able to have open dialogue. Plus, I love that, tonight we were able to kind of expand not only on filmmaking, but just like the mentality of like making a film and opening up and just kind of like exploring the deeper parts of ourselves to bring to the the forefront and the big screen of what we're trying to tell as storytellers. So again, I want to thank both Taramis and Jeff for coming through. I'm gonna give y'all a quick second for any last words that y'all want to have. We'll start with Jeff first.
I wasn't prepared for last words.
Final thoughts, as we call them here on the Shot Callers podcast. If you need to go to ChatGPT, feel free.
Wow. No, I won't. I think that we're all out here just trying to do our best. We're all out here fighting a struggle that nobody knows about. So a little empathy and a little compassion goes a long way, especially when we're trying to make movies, because it's one of the hardest things to do.
Thank you. All right, Taramis, you have something?
Yeah, I guess. First, give me a shout out to y'all for having us on here. Yabui and Calvo on the Shot Callers. We finally made it to the big leagues, Jeff. We over here on the Shot Caller podcast. Make sure y'all show up February the 7th at UWF Conference Center for Hidden Attentions 2 movie premiere. Tickets are on sale on Eventbrite. Look up Hidden Attentions 2 or look up TMB Productions. But I'm going to leave y'all with the same quotes my mentors used to leave me with back in the day. Dream big dreams because small dreams have a little magic. And how big would you dream if you know you couldn't fail? There are 3 types of people in the world, and everybody's one. People that make things happen, watch things happen, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck just happened? So choose who you want to be and go out and be great every day. Make the best of every moment and lifetime of the opportunity.
That was beautiful. All right, Yabui, you've been a little quiet. Yabui been doing a lot of technical work behind y'all. My guy been working the whole time, you all.
Yep.
And so, I guess I'll say my little final thoughts. Yabui, you can say the final thoughts, then I close it out.
All right, cool. Compliments of ChatGPT.
Chatty.
Every story has a hero and a villain, and the difference is the choices we make when no one's watching. Okay, let me start all over again because I can't read. I went to Niceville High School. Every story has a hero and a villain, and the difference is the choices we make when no one's watching. Choose growth, choose purpose, and make sure when your story's told, you're proud of the role you played.
Yep.
All right. And so my final thoughts also brought to you by Chatty. 2 films. That's not just credit. It's commitment. Independent filmmaking takes heart, hustle, and a whole lot of belief. Lord, do we know that? In the story nobody else can see but you. It means choosing to keep going even when the money runs out, the camera overheats, or the world tells you it's not your time. But every indie film is made with proof that a vision beats obstacles. The community builds cinema, and that you don't need permission to create something powerful. Just the courage to start and the discipline to finish. So whether you're one film in, two films in, or still dreaming about your first shot, remember this. The lens is yours. Use it.
Boom. Just real quick.
That was deep.
Tomorrow, December 19th, 9 p.m. at 1216 North. It's the encore showing of The Colored Cavalry. Written and created by Jermaine J. Williams. Directed by Sean K. Iali Klana and Ole Makoto Yabui. And that's it. Tomorrow, 9:30 promptly. If you're late, you're late. So we're not rewinding it. So 9:30, 1216 North tomorrow. Tickets at the door, $20.
Y'all be sure to go out and support. Hey, it's a good film. I'm gonna probably be out there, so y'all be looking for me. But also we got that coming up again with Teramis. We have Hidden Intentions 2, Crossroads, February 7th. Go find him on Facebook. Go to Eventbrite. Get your tickets for that. Also be on the lookout. Of course, we got Jeff right here, myself. We got Hues of Happiness coming out.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more details for that.
Oh, I love the title. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's all Jeff right there. So many great projects coming out. We preach on the podcast to support every filmmaker because, like I said, filmmaking is hard, but it is the most beautiful thing in the world. So, with that said, we thank you for tuning in on our final episode for 2025 because y'all know next Thursday is Christmas, and then the Thursday after that, we in the whole new year. So we thank you all for tuning in with us just throughout the whole entire year, being here supporting us as we continue to talk cinema and everything film. Recap, if you don't want to, if you miss us next week, go back and listen to all of our previous episodes. You can watch them on Yabui Media on YouTube, or you can listen to us on the go on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So take us with you through the holidays and talk about us to your family because we need some more followers on social media. But until then, y'all have a safe, blessed holiday. Continue to call the shots as we continue to shoot them here on the Shot Callers Podcast.
Your boy, they waiting on who next.
I'm going to have an outro next year, y'all.
Yep. Where's our outro? Oh, there it is.